But each time you have a choice to let it in or to let it go, to fall back into old patterns or to rewrite your story. That is your power, and no one can take that away from you. So what will you choose? Will you keep replaying the past, or will you write a new future? Will you keep asking why things happened the way they did, or will you step forward with faith? Will you continue carrying pain that was never meant to be yours forever, or will you release it and rise? But what if you challenged those beliefs? What if you asked yourself, where did this story come from? Who gave it to me? And do I have to keep carrying it? Maybe someone once told you that you weren't worthy, and you believed them. Maybe life knocked you down so many times that you started believing you weren't meant to rise. But the truth is, your past is not your prophecy. Just because something has always been a certain way doesn't mean it must remain that way. Healing begins when you take control of your narrative. When you recognize that you have the power to rewrite the story of your life. You can choose to believe in your resilience instead of your wounds. You can choose to see your past as a lesson rather than a life sentence. The choice is yours, but it starts with challenging the lies you've accepted as truth. Most people fear healing because they don't know who they'll be without their pain. But ask yourself, are you really living with it, or are you merely existing? Pain is like an anchor, heavy, exhausting, pulling you under. You may have gotten used to it, but that doesn't mean you're thriving. You were meant to be free. You were meant to experience joy, passion, and purpose. But you cannot step into your destiny while still clinging to your history. So let's go deeper. What is it that you fear the most about healing? Is it the fear of change? Now, ask yourself, who do you want to become? Not who your past says you are. Not who your pain has shaped you to be, but who you truly, deeply were always meant to be. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself free. Picture yourself without the weight of regret, without the burden of resentment, without the fear of what lies ahead. Can you see it? Can you feel it? That version of you already exists. She's waiting for you to claim her. But here's the truth. Healing is not a one-time decision. It is a daily choice. There will be days when you feel strong and unshakable. And there will be days when the past knocks on your door, whispering the old stories of pain and doubt. The fear that once you heal, you'll have no excuse to stay where you are. Maybe healing means finally walking away from relationships that no longer serve you. Maybe it means stepping into your greatness, even when self-doubt whispers that you're not ready. Maybe it means believing in yourself fully, without the safety net of self-pity. Healing is a risk because it forces you to take responsibility for your own happiness. But that is the most powerful thing you can ever do. The first question is one that most people avoid because it requires brutal honesty. What am I pretending not to know? Deep inside, you already hold the answers to your struggles. You know why that relationship failed. You know why you stay in toxic cycles. You know what keeps you from stepping into your highest potential. But sometimes it's easier to pretend. It's easier to tell yourself that life is just unfair, that things happen to you rather than because of you. But the truth is, healing starts the moment you stop lying to yourself. It starts when you confront the stories you tell yourself and recognize which ones are keeping you stuck. The second question forces you to reevaluate your reality. What story have I been telling myself, and is it really true? Every person walks through life carrying stories. Some are empowering, but most are limiting. The stories we tell ourselves shape our self-worth, our relationships, and our ability to heal. If you tell yourself that you're not good enough, that no one will ever love you, or that you'll never recover from your past, then you will live as though those things are true, even if they aren't. The third question is perhaps the most liberating. Who would I be without my pain? For some, this is the hardest question to answer because pain has become their identity. It's the excuse for why they don't trust, why they don't try, why they stay stuck. Letting go of pain feels like letting go of a part of themselves. But healing isn't about erasing the past. It's about no longer allowing it to define you. So who would you be if you weren't carrying the weight of your past? Would you be happier, lighter, more confident? Would you finally chase your dreams instead of settling for what feels safe? Would you love without fear, trust without hesitation, and believe in yourself without doubt? The truth is, healing doesn't come from time alone. It comes from choice. You must choose to release what no longer serves you. You must choose to stop reliving your past and start envisioning your future. You must choose to see yourself not as a victim of your circumstances, but as a survivor of them. As you answer these three questions, honestly, deeply, courageously, you will uncover the parts of yourself you've hidden for too long. And in that discovery, you will find freedom. Because the only thing keeping you from healing, from moving on, and from stepping into the life you deserve is the fear of letting go. But once you let go, you don't just move on. You rise. You reclaim your power. You become the person you were always meant to be. There comes a moment in life when you stop running, stop searching, and finally face yourself. You stand before the mirror of your soul and ask, "Who am I beneath the masks I wear?" It is in this vulnerable moment that transformation begins. The journey to healing and moving on isn't about forgetting the past. It's about understanding the truth that lies beneath it. But how do you unlock the parts of yourself hidden beneath pain, regret, and fear? The answer lies in three powerful, eye-opening questions. Questions that will shake you, challenge you, and ultimately set you free. You are stronger than you think, more powerful than you believe, more capable than you've been told, but you must see it for yourself. You must believe in your ability to heal. You must trust that your future holds more than your past ever could. And when you do, when you truly, deeply embrace the possibility of a life beyond pain, you will step into a new version of yourself. A version that is unshaken by the past. A version that no longer seeks validation in the wrong places. A version that knows her worth, claims her power, and walks with confidence. That is who you are. Not your mistakes, not your heartbreaks, not your fears. You are the woman who rises, the woman who heals, the woman who moves forward. Your new story begins now. You might say, "I don't know why I feel this way," but is that true? Have you really sat with your emotions, peeled back the layers, and asked yourself what you're afraid to admit? Maybe you fear rejection, failure, or the weight of responsibility that comes with success. Maybe you hold on to pain because you don't know who you'd be without it, but denying the truth only prolongs your suffering. What if, instead, you allowed yourself to face it? What if you let the truth hurt for a moment so that it could set you free forever?